Welcome. In this short video, we are going to talk about variables. I don't think I've mentioned it before, but really this discussion is distilled material from the Code Academy lectures. Before you listen to these videos, you should be following along in Code Academy, reading through the lessons directly. And in these videos, we are merely summarizing or distilling out the key concepts. Okay, back to variables. In JavaScript and in most programming languages, if not all of them, variables have really two key purposes for your program. One is they act as a container for a value or values. In other words, they store information that live in your program. And number two, they provide a way of labeling information or labeling data with a descriptive name so we can better understand our programs. We want to store the values we need to store in our program for use and store them in a location with a name that we can reference them with. Okay, so there are things that you can do with a variable which make them useful. One is you create a variable and you give it a good descriptive name representing the type of the information you're storing in there. Two, you use the variable to store information, but you can also use it to update and change the information in there. Well, in JavaScript, that's true for a couple of the variable types. We'll talk about one variable type called const, where you can no longer you can't update the information once you've declared it the first time. Third is you can use variables to retrieve or get information that you've stored in the variable. That's probably one of the more common uses of a variable, is that you're putting information in there for you to be able to get at it and use it in your program. The important thing to keep in mind is variables are themselves not values. They are containers that store values and are represented by a name. Okay, in JavaScript, now this is particular to JavaScript, there are three variable types you can create, or three different kinds of variables you can create. One is var, one is let, and one is const. We are going to go a little bit deeper into each of these in the next videos. Thanks for watching. All the best in your journey to JavaScript.